SMF MMTs. Time is 9:28 a.m. PST. And Pacific Standard Time, that is 1/29/2011. What do we have before us today is we have the SQQQ. That's a bear. What kind of a chart is it on? 250 days? It's a daily one. Down here below us we have what we call a bull, and it's the TQQQ. It's really got a nice movement. You can see that daily range right here. We walked it up. We never did take out those highs. And guess what? It was shallow range, and then the bid, it made the highs, and it just started to drop, and it dropped all the way down here. And what we look at MMTs is that it's closing like this. This is that bar. Now this is the bear over here, and he's closing them up at the highs here, and this one's closing down toward the lows. So what it's going to show you in your MMT platform, MMTs, is the Pacific strength of one building and one weakening in the price action. And both of them will have the price volatility or price movement within the indexes. The TQQQ just so happens to have the best intraday 3-minute price action, and so does the SQQQ at various times intraday. They both don't move in the same price. So if you learn how to short the bull and be long the MMT bear and short the MMT bull here, because this is weakness. This one's printing in your MMT platform a certain way. And once again, it's got more of a dollar price range action bar, but it's closing down here. That's weakness there. And this over here, on the other hand, you took out in your SMF MMT platform, you'll find out the increased ratio and the increased bid and ask ratio holding at a higher level will also be the strength of the move in price, meaning that that price kind of comes down, it just doesn't go lower. And there's going to be various different other trade managements that one can participate in. There are other things such as equities that follow these indexes. So if the bull is falling, well, then you want to be short Apple, and those stocks are going to roll up and roll over. And what's really tied to this right here, I think, is Apple. So if Apple's going down, you should be short Apple, have puts on Apple, and be short this bull. That's 3 trades, MMTs, that you have 3 different ways to make debits on your trade. MMTs, what I would like to tell you is that I'm back live on the video here, but I needed you to know that when you're getting strength here, then certain of these bear are going to move with that movement here. And then the bull drop would be also looking at shorting some of the these right here. Shorting, so okay, so here's the bull market ETFs right here. Let's make sure it's in, oh no, I lost. What we want to do is make sure that you can short some of those overbought bull ETFs. That would match up your debit SMF MMT debit structures on entries and exits, so that we defined that the bull right here that just dropped from 170 and it hit this 155, that's a pretty good size haircut. That's 15 handles. So that meant that this bull was weak. These bull ETFs were weak, and you could be selling short there. That's what that means. Now, the other thing means that on the other side of it all is, once again, let's just clarify the bear market ETFs right here, along with this right here, MMTs. So there are different transactions that the SMF MMT can make at various different directional movement changes. When we had a good size haircut on the Dow, you can see the haircut that that had, and we'll be doing our indexes, but I can tell you right now, look at the size of that. It was on a Friday, yesterday, and it's the last trading day of the week. And it ended down big ratios. These are big negative ratios right here. So that's going to create more price volatility at reversals. If the bulls don't come in right away, we'll find out when we're doing both which one, if this one has resistance and starts to get weak, then we know this one's going to get strong. So we wouldn't be doing some of the trades. We'd be just doing it the opposite that I'm talking about. So we have various different channels of execution that one can take and make money. MMTs, what we're going to be also talking about off of the video is what the ratios are between the two, so that we can come to the conclusion of which one, how much weakness is built in this one, and how much strength is starting to build right here, taking all of these last 4 down days right here out in a daily bar to the upside. That is strength coming off of the bottom right there. We're going to come to the final conclusion that understanding the directional movements is what you want to do. And strength is building one way, and how much is this throttling and this is weakening? Because what we're looking for in the bull, if this breaks higher, then you'll have a continuation move down below the next daily bar, and you'll break these last lows. If this comes down to the half bar, all this would do would go up to its half bar, and then we would know at that time which one was going to make the move or not. We'll come to the conclusion of the various different MMT debit transactions within the trade management that we've gathered here today to talk about and how things work. Most importantly, MMTs is when a market is going to change, we are very good at making sure that you understand the indexes, because if you understand the indexes, then you can make the best of every trade. So I'm going to conclude that Monday's price action and the trade management that we'll be discussing and setting up, because it's here and it's now. We'll stop this tape and talk more about it in other trade management scenarios.